very disappointing. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as many Ghanaians recall, I'm saying conversation was very key in the run-up to the and in fact, we had Catholic Bishops' Conference, trade unions rising up, civil society organizations rising up that Akufo-Addo government had failed his fight against Galamsey, making demands on government to act. Then candidate Mahama and his NDC jumped into the fray. Of course, because they knew that Ghanaians had forgotten that only as soon as 2012, 2016, Mr. Mahama was president, woefully failed in this fight against illegal mining. I heard the phrase or the name Aisha Juan for the first time during Mr. Mahama's era. In fact, when President Akufo-Addo came into government, Galamsey had peaked to the point where he had to set up the interministerial committee in his first year to try to deal with the menace of illegal mining. So I'm saying that Mr. Mahama knew the difficulty that he had encountered in his attempt to fight it when he was president during his first term. Yet, in President Akufo-Addo's era, he jumped on the fray, made all sorts of commitments, made all sorts of promises. They called on the president to declare a state of emergency. He vowed to revoke LI 2462. What happened to it? How long does it take to revoke an LI? He's been in office for 9 months. Then he meets the press, looks in the eyes of the people of Ghana, and tells us that state of emergency is not necessary. I was shocked, completely scandalized, that the president could look in the eyes of Ghanaians and tell us today, when only in October, November, he was saying that all it took was for the president to declare a state of emergency. So I'm saying that the president himself inadvertently admitted that his government was supporting these activities from taking place. Yeah, nobody gives licenses for mining in rivers.
Yes.
But people are actually mining in the rivers. And the gold that they are mining from these rivers are being sold to the Goldbod. Okay. And the president says it's okay for Goldbod to purchase this gold, regardless of where it's coming from. I agree that fighting Galamsey is a process. And so, obviously, I was not convinced that they were going to be in a position to do it within 2 weeks, as they told us when they were in opposition. Sam George said it. I did not hear Mr. Mahama disassociate himself from it. They said, and Sam George is a key member of the government, that any president with executive authority requires not more than 2 weeks to fix the Galamsey problem. Some people believe them. I did not, because I've been in government. And they had been in government before. But they made all these statements primarily to deceive Ghanaians into voting for them. So yes, I agree, it's a process. But is the process that they've outlined consistent with their own commitments that they made to the people of Ghana? Certainly not. If for some reason they want to, as it were, walk back the commitments that they made, let them come out and say so. And then give us a clear pathway that allows us to get there. Because look, when I say that I sincerely wish and hope that the government will succeed, especially in our water bodies, because it cannot be that Ghanaians drink from the kind of water that you are showing on your screen. So we should work together, and I agree that we should not make it political. They did. You recall, in the heat of the fight during Akufo-Addo administration, Kojo Buahini and in the company of the current MD for Petroleum Hub were in mining communities telling the miners that Akufo-Addo is stopping you. Vote for us. When we come, we'll allow you to mine. We saw it. He didn't speak. Kojo Buahini spoke. So the fact that I'm saying that he was in the company of Tony Obin, they were in the video. Tony Obin didn't speak, but Kojo Buahini spoke. Did he say that what he was saying was wrong? Did he? They endorsed it. They played politics with it. And it's coming back to bite them. I'm happy for us to have a bipartisan conversation on how we put in measures to fight this. Because otherwise, 5 years, we may not even get there. At that point, there won't be any water for Ghanaians to drink. And we cannot afford to get there.